And here we go with Monkey Spanner. Starting off 485, Nace, The Park, Tenbird, and Lana. And I went as far as to kind of write out a little bit about Monkey Spanner and how they've been going so far. Considered one of the top Tier 2 teams. Finished top 2 in the last season. Didn't make it to the up and downs, unfortunately. Well, they made it to the up and downs, but they dropped out. Not being able to get into Tier 1. I think they're probably better off staying in Tier 2 for now. Don't really have what it takes to mess with the Tier 1 teams, but they definitely can win some games down here. And with the system, the prize system especially, you're not going to make any money if you're just losing games. So it's kind of important if teams want to stay afloat that they get some wins in. And I mean, Tier 1, as it is at the moment, is very, very competitive. Every team can take wins. So probably a good idea for Monkey Spanner, at least for one more season, to kind of get some more experience, some more practice before they try and make that leap into Tier 1. And here we go with Muhan. Team Muhan, as you can see on the far left there, Karn, their new player for this season. But we also have Genie, Prodoak, Art, and Kamja. Now, some very, very talented players and very old school players on this team. A lot of experience on this team. They actually went to ESWC to compete in the against the World maybe a bit over 2 years ago now. Didn't do too well there, but obviously that's not what it's all about. You can also get a lot of international experience, which is going to help a lot for your team. And I mean, we saw that recently with MVP Phoenix going overseas, coming back with a really fresh style, and they started winning games like nothing else. They are definitely the top team to beat in Korea at the moment. We'll see them later on tonight. But here's a look at Muhan right now, getting ready to play. Kind of was listening to that conversation before they start, and they still haven't really figured out exactly what they're going to do to against this lineup of Monkey Spanner. But here we go straight into the picks and bans. And straight off the bat, Monkey Spanner getting rid of the Death Prophet. Don't want to deal with that anytime soon. Judging by, I mean, the last picks and bans, especially from Monkey Spanner, we have 485 on the Tinker going bottom, Nace with the Earthshaker, and the Park with Skywrath Mage also accompanying the Tinker bottom, which is kind of an unusual sort of style. Usually you'll see Tinker in mid. We had the Centaur in the off lane with Lana, and Tenbird doing Faceless Void mid, which is very, very interesting here. Also, Lana, I believe, has a very, very powerful off lane as Batrider. One of the highest MMRs for this team at 6.5k, I believe it is, on the C server. And apparently he got there with the Batrider. He made about 2k MMR with the Batrider alone. So no surprise to see that ban straight off the bat from Muhan. Secondary, we see Monkey Spanner getting rid of that Viper. So Viper, very, very tanky hero, does a lot of damage early on. Definitely goes well into the mid game. In the late game, kind of falls off a bit. Kind of depends on the farm, I guess. And really depends how the game goes for him. But yeah, never really a late game hero, but can definitely do a lot of work early. And I mean, with Death Prophet and Viper, both kind of pushing heroes and a lot of potential to early game fight, early game gank. So team looks like Monkey Spanner doesn't want to deal with that. And Muhan picking up the Shadow Shaman here and getting rid of Lycan. Lycan, a hero we often see banned nearly every game. Such a strong hero. Great for split pushing. Great in the late game as well. Still was a lot stronger in the previous patch. Definitely helped out with that HP buff with his ulti, but since then hasn't been picked as much, but still very highly banned, as well as the Batrider, who also received a nerf not long ago. Both teams not really showing too much. I mean, with that Storm, I mean, yeah. Shadow Shaman, I like a lot. Razor, I like a lot as well. Razor really, really good early game as well. Static Link, also stealing a lot of damage. Can definitely win a lot of early game fights. I like that a lot. Plasma Field also does some great work in team fights early on. And he kind of does well in the late game as well. Really depends on how he goes in the farming phase, laning phase, if he's going to win. And I mean, from there, yeah, it can definitely go well into the late game here. I really like this pickup. I'm a big fan of Razor. And Earthshaker. Okay. Team Muhan definitely loves their Earthshaker for sure. But in their last game, kind of going over exactly what they went for. Genie with the Batrider. Obviously don't want to deal with Batrider. Art on the Earthshaker actually. So he's picked up, he's kind of his favorite hero here. Definitely seeing a lot of it this season at least. Gamcha went for the Shadow Shaman as well. So we actually see a couple of pickups here that are really in Team Muhan's favor. They really like playing this style. So they're very comfortable with it, which is very important. something we kind of see a lot in these lower tiers as well, is that we kind of see the same heroes, same sort of styles picked over and over again, like these players just kind of like practicing what they know and what they're best at instead of having too much versatility. I mean, it obviously takes a lot of experience getting to that stage of the game where you can choose different heroes, completely different styles, different lanes even. We do see a bit of lane swapping, especially in Tier 2. Some very versatile players, Tenbird especially, has played support, then kind of went to mid lane and off lane. So he's kind of been all over the place. But I believe he's kind of settled in mid lane for now. And we see a Centaur for Monkey Spanner as well. That is going to be a very, very powerful offlane. Actually, one of my favorite offlanes here. Something I play a lot as well. Can kind of survive with a little farm. I mean, once you have that Blink Dagger online, you can initiate very well. Stomp into Double Edge, so much damage, as well as Stampede. Really helps out with initiations more than anything else. And obviously incredibly tanky. Lana does actually love to play the Centaur. Usually loves to play the Bat, but obviously not in this game. Tinker also banned out from Monkey Spanner. A very, very powerful mid laner. We did see it last game in the safe lane though, which is kind of interesting. But obviously, don't want to deal with that again. Brewmaster also banned out, a great mid laner as well. Great for initiations. Once you got that primal split online, you can do a lot of team fighting, a lot of work early on and in the mid game. Very aggressive hero. Does kind of fall off in the late game when you're past like 40 minutes. They just don't do as much anymore. The primal split, but still a great hero. Very, very strong. Very versatile hero. Once that Blink Dagger also was online. Nearly every hero, to be honest, really performs well with the Blink Dagger. Something we see often in just about every hero. Great at initiation, great at escape. You know, pretty much all round, very, very helpful item to have. So like Monkey Spanner taking some time with this ban. Not entirely sure what they want to go with. It's kind of getting to that stage where lineups and ideas are going to be shown. Two picks in already. Kind of generic picks here. Nothing like really showing what kind of style they want to play as. And we see a Doom banned out. That is interesting here. And we don't see any sort of Faceless Void banned out either. And we did see Monkey Spanner go Faceless Void against MVP Hot 6. And they just couldn't make it work. They didn't get to that stage in the game where Chronosphere as well as Skywrath was really getting these definite kills and doing very, very well. And at the same time, Skywrath is banned out for Team Muhan. And it was also something we saw in the last game. Monkey Spanner picking up Skywrath, Faceless Void. It's a great combination. And when you have Mystic Flare as well as Chronosphere, you're pretty much guaranteed a kill no matter what. There's simply no way it's not going to happen. But getting rid of that Skywrath is definitely going to put a chink in their armor here. Going to kind of stop them from maybe wanting to pick up that Faceless Void. Obviously, when you have less utilization with the Chronosphere, you're going to think twice about getting it. Now we're up to Team Muhan again. It's also interesting to note that Doom was banned out. Doom also great, kind of counter to Faceless Void. If you can get the initiation Doom and do a lot of work. I mean, Doom in general is just such a strong hero. It kind of removes a hero from the game for quite some time. If he gets like the perfect Doom online. Maybe a Blink Doom. Always something we see. Blink Dagger on Doom, also great. It's great with every hero. Let's just leave it at that, I think. Next pick for Team Muhan. Third pick. Going to have to be a carry now that the two supports have picked out. It's going to be interesting to see what we see. I mean, they're going to have to show something at this point. What kind of style are they going to go for? Shadow Shaman obviously gives a lot of pushing power. And we see a Mirana. Okay. Mirana also a very interesting pick, but a great pick. Can be a carry, can be support. A lot of utilization, a lot of even off lane, you know. This hero is great all round. Wouldn't be surprised if we see it kind of as the safe laner in this game. Has done a lot of work, as well as that Sacred Arrow also doing great work as well. Not to mention her ulti. I mean, great for initiation, great for escapes. A very, very, very useful hero in today's game. Karn might be playing it. Usually plays the carry. We saw him last game playing the Spectre, and they completely dominated the get-outs. Thinking hard about his pick, though. I know they were talking a lot before the game. Really trying to figure out exactly what their plan was going to be. And I was talking to one of the other members of Team Wuhan, and they were saying Khan wasn't really playing too well last night. You know, he was maybe overstepping his bounds when he was farming. He's very, very good at farming. He does play the carry role in just about every team he's been in. But yeah, he's a little bit off his game last night. Hopefully a bit better today. That's Nace, the Earthshaker, most likely playing at this game. Very, very strong player. Nace is actually the boyfriend of Byak Byak, the girl on Team Getouts who was standing in. A little bit of interesting information there. So yeah, a little bit of romance in the KDL. First couple I think we have in Korea, Dota couple. Great to see there. Pro Doak. Now Pro Doak, considered some by the best mid in the amateur league, which is Tier 2. No more than anything else for his Invoker play especially. So we'll have to wait and see if we're going to see the Invoker this game. But yeah, previously a member of Eye of the Tiger, decided to part ways after the team lost their last game. And yeah, just a very, very solid player in general. And also the Naga pick for Team Wuhan. I'm thinking this might be the Khan pick actually. Judging by, I mean, can be a mid player, mid hero, can be a safe lane hero. We'll have to wait and see where it goes exactly, but you know, we often see, I mean, even last game we saw Monkey Spanner have the safe lane Tinker, which is kind of interesting. So anything can happen really. We'll have to wait to see exactly where this Naga is going to end up, but definitely a very, very solid pick as well. Great initiator with Song of the Siren. And looks like we have our mid hero for Monkey Spanner with Templar Assassin, something we see often again and again. And something I didn't mention before, Abaddon. Oh, I love Abaddon. This is a great support hero. A lot of survivability comes with this hero, obviously with his shield and his heal. Very, very fun hero to see. Something we don't see that often, especially in KDL. In fact, I don't think we've ever seen him in KDL. Not while I've been casting it anyway. So it's going to be a lot of fun, actually. It's a bit of a kind of throw a wrench in the works for Team Wuhan. I'm sure they weren't expecting this. I don't think anyone was, especially me. Aphotic Shield, yeah, doing great. Great at harassment as well, you know. And Borrowed Time obviously giving Abaddon himself some insane survivability in just about any encounter. Very, very hard to take him down when that's online. Genie right there. Genie is also very popular in the Korean scene and has a very famous lunar. I don't know if we'll see it this game, as Monkey Spanner does like to mix things up, as well as Wuhan. Before joining Wuhan, he was kind of a casual player, really enjoyed solo queuing, and has played as more of a stand-in than anything else, but found his home at Team Wuhan, which is great to see. I'm really excited to see how he's going to perform today. Judging by the picks already, hard to say exactly where he's going to end up. I mean, Karn obviously loves to play the carry more than anyone else. I think he might have taken that away from Genie also. So Genie might end up in the offlane or the mid. See a Tidehunter ban from Monkey Spanner, kind of getting rid of that offlane. It looks like the offlane may very well be Bristleback here. And removing Rubik for Monkey Spanner here. Looking for that final support. Obviously, Abaddon, a great support. Centaur will be the offlane. Razor, most likely safe lane. And Templar Assassin should be mid. If everything goes according to plan in my mind, that makes a lot of sense. So what will this final hero be for Monkey Spanner? Most likely going to be a support. Could be a jungler. And it could very well be a jungler with Enigma. Oh, I love this pickup. Black Hole, obviously, the name of Enigma's game. If he gets that, the team fight can change instantly. It's such a great initiator. We'll have to wait and see exactly how Wuhan are going to play against that. And here we go. Get ready. Here's a view of both teams before we jump right into the game. This is Tier 2, Wuhan versus Monkey Spanner. Best of one. Who will do it? Karn. Looking determined here. Here we go. Straight into the game. Looks like Monkey Spanner going top, staying as 5, maybe looking out for any sort of invades into their jungle. Obviously, going to try and defend against any sort of warding for that Enigma. Enigma will definitely need a lot of farming. And, I mean, jungle is his home. He has to get it done. This Bristleback, though, Genie is going to have to be very, very careful as well. Kings go down. 1 ward goes down.
30 seconds until
Looks like they're going to de-ward it instantly, though. Very well played. 4 creeps come up or anything like that. Nothing is blocked. 4-8-5 on the Enigma. The Park on Abaddon. Nace on the Templar Assassin. Lana in the off lane as expected, playing the Centaur.
and so it begins.
Very strong off laner. And Haste Rune on bottom for Abaddon by the looks of things. Very nicely done.
The match has begun.
Gonna help out a lot. Can possibly do some aggression here. Abaddon can make things happen early on. Art on the Earthshaker. So we're gonna see a defensive tri-lane from Muhan here. It looks like Karn is gonna be playing on the Mirana. Ganja on the Shadow Shaman. Very interesting here. We do see that Naga in mid. As well as that Bristleback in the off lane. So the lane's kind of going as expected here. There's Prodoak. Naga mid. Genie, Bristleback off lane. Very, very strong. I love Bristleback in the off lane. Obviously very, very hard to kill. Very, very tanky here. It's going to be very hard for him to find any farm there. He's up against the Razor. Never an easy thing. Razor already with the static link. Something we don't see just yet, but yeah, in complete control of that safe lane. Losing all his damage just about. So he's going to have a very rough time there. We did see a bit of damage going to Khan as well. Lana doing some early work, early harass. Centaur plus Abaddon in the off lane. That's going to be so hard to kill. It's going to be very, very difficult. But luckily, Karn is a ranged hero, so he won't get too much harassment, especially from the Symphotic Shield. Art got to be very careful as well. They're going to try and trigger it here and create more damage. I mean, every time it explodes, obviously it's doing damage. They got to be very far away from it when it goes off, or they are going to take a lot of damage. A lot of harassment early on. Kamja. Looks like he'll be playing the position 5 Shadow Shaman. Kind of expected. Gamja seems to be the more weaker hero, weaker player on the team. And I was talking to some Tier 2 players from last season. They were saying, yeah, he's definitely the weakest link. So he does usually play the position 5. And we see an invisible Abaddon. Kind of coming in, seeing what he can do. It's going to be hard to see what he can do this early on. When you have level 1 Aphotic Shield, it's not going to do that much damage, not going to absorb that much damage. But Lana being very aggressive here. Oh, and it goes off. Some great damage, but a great fissure from Art. Some great harassment onto Lana. Karn not committing to anything. Oh, Bristleback up top taking so much damage here. It's going to be such a hard fight for Genie to get any sort of farm in with this aggressive 10-bird Razor. Every time Static Link goes off, the damage just goes away. And oh, we see so much damage. 10-bird going for it, gets the first blood. 10-bird might go down for this though. But I mean, he got first blood, so very nicely played by him. A solo kill there on Bristleback. Never an easy thing to do. But very well done just the same. And he gets that bonus first blood. So a bit of a hard time there for Genie in the off lane. We see some pulling from Muhan down bottom. Getting as much farming as they can. This is not an easy task against an Abaddon and Centaur. It's going to be very, very difficult. And we see Enigma doing very well in his jungle as well. Up to 24 last hits now. Templar Assassin not far behind either on 20. So Monkey Spanner kind of taking the lead early on within the laning phase. Getting a lot of decent farm in. Karn, third with 18 last hits. Finding what he can, but I mean, it's so hard against his Abaddon Centaur combo. Naga really, really has to find that farm as fast as possible as well. Needs to get that Radiance online more than anything else. Got to get that Sacred Relic. Ooh. Looks like there might have been a bit of a race for a rune. Turns out it was bottom though, illusion rune. Abaddon gets it again. Great rune control from Abaddon. Art is slowly going to run back to the lane to keep Khan nice and safe. See the phase boots online. So getting some decent farm in here. But still, Enigma leads the way. Getting some great farm in. Wants to get that obviously boots and Blink Dagger online as fast as possible. Blink Dagger, Black Hole is the name of the game when it comes to Enigma. He's going to do so much work with that. If he can get the right position and the right sort of Black Hole, if he gets a decent amount of players, it's going to be easy pickings. Especially when you got Plasma Field, you got Centaur with Stomp, as well as Double Edge. There's so much AoE effect damage. It's going to be very hard if they get that ideal team fight. And it's kind of exactly what we saw Monkey Spanner go for in their last composition against MVP Hot 6, where they went for that Chronosphere, they went for the Skywrath Mage with Mystic Flare, and I mean, they just couldn't get it to work in the mid game. They kind of got shut down early on. They lost a lot of team fights they shouldn't have, and from there they kind of just fell apart under the pressure of Hot 6. And I mean, Muhan definitely isn't Hot 6 though. They definitely aren't as proven. They have a long way to go with their team. We'll have to wait and see exactly how ready they are in this match. Khan actually used to be a member of Bird Gang, which was Tenbird's old team, and left in Season 2. And from there, Bird Gang became Monkey Spanner. So Khan has a bit of history, especially with Tenbird. They probably know his style very well. They know exactly that Khan would be the safe laner. Ooh, see another static link. Oh, and a black hole early on for 485. We see a fissure go down. This is going to save Genie. Wow, very nicely done here. Tenbird, very, very low. But Art isn't going to find it. He cannot find it. Just simply too early on. Doesn't have Echo Slam or anything like that to really follow up after a fissure. But a great, great TPN and save for Genie. Something so important. They cannot let Razor get more kills this early on. He'll snowball like nothing else. Already that first blood helping him out a great deal. Tenbird finding a lot of work here. Karn still finding a lot of farm at bottom there. Kind of catching up. 34 last hits for the Naga, 33 for Marana, aka Karn. But still, Enigma miles ahead. And I mean, already level 6 obviously with that black hole. A lot of potential there. Using it very early on. Trying to find that kill for Tenbird, but couldn't get it. So it's going to be down for at least another minute 40. See a bit of harassment bottom. Oh, a lot of harassment on Art. Looking for that stomp. Double Edge could work, actually. He is so slow, but they can't find... Oh, Boot's going to do work here. Sacred Arrow doesn't hit. Runs out of space. Art goes down. This is not looking good at all. Don't want to let those supports go. Abaddon getting the last hit, though. Probably better than Lana. If Lana got that Blink Dagger even faster, it could be a lot of problems. Already got Tranquil Boots. So he's on his way for sure. Saving up now. Already at 800 gold. Not far off. 485 still in the jungle. Up to 51 last hits now. Finding a lot of farm. How far away is he from his Blink Dagger? Already at 1,000 gold right now. So, you know, he's halfway there if he wants to go for that straight up. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Start some initiations early on. Get some great blinks. Definitely shut it down. Definitely want to shut down Marana ASAP as well, before she gets any sort of farm. Not as much of a threat as Naga though. Naga kind of like the biggest threat. Definitely has the late game potential more than anyone else in this game. And we see another engagement onto Genie. Genie goes down with a great rotation from Templar Assassin, and Tenbird with the Plasma Field just doing so much damage. Another great pickoff
top tower is under siege.
For Monkey Spanner. They're definitely finding their stride. They're in complete control here. Gamja, we haven't seen much from Gamja yet. Kind of just been pulling, doing what he can, getting levels he can. Oh, taking so much damage from that Aphotic Shield, as well as Double Edge. Half his life in an instant. If there was a Hoof Stomp, I think he would have gone down for sure. And we're seeing constant Aphotic Shields here. It's at level 2, so it's going to do a lot more damage. And Karn has to be so much carefuler. With this Templar Assassin rotated top, it's going to be very, very hard to kind of deal with this in the off lane for Genie, even more so than it was. Pro Doak still farming up mid, 52 last hits. Kind of caught up a lot to the Enigma, considering Enigma Oh, whoa, so much damage from that double edge. Oh, Abaddon looking for the kill on Gamja. Are they going to actually go in? No, it doesn't look like it. Saw a Sacred Arrow go out as well. Khan trying to catch someone, keep them away. So much damage, so much harassment going down. And Khan is forced to leave the lane. This is going to put him even further behind. This is exactly what he doesn't need. Here's Tenberg at top. Kind of fallen off a bit in the last hit. It's only at 38. Considering he's had essentially a free farming lane against the Bristleback, there's never going to be that much of a threat of any sort of initiation or encounters. And we see Static Link again, and it simply cannot get away fast enough. All his damage is gone at this point. Just giving Tenberg complete control of this lane once again. So much damage added on, 145 damage. His last hit's got so much easier, and looks like we're going to have a smoke rotation. Who are they going to look for? Are they going to rotate down bottom, try and get rid of Karn once and for all? Black Hole is online. So if they can find it, I think it's almost a guaranteed kill at this point. They might actually want to go for mid, though, and try and stop this Naga from getting too much farm. 485 leading the way. Pro Doak jungling. Pings go down. She is in so much trouble. Oh, Stampede. They don't even need the Black Hole, but they're going to do it anyway. And down goes Pro Doak. Oh. He definitely does not need to go down in this situation. They're picking off who they need to. Obviously, Naga has to get that Sacred Relic up. And from here, they're going to push the mid. They're going to try to take down this mid tier 1. It's going to make it even harder for the Naga to try and find some decent farming. Just losing map control in mid. This does give Khan a bit of space down bottom. Trying to get some free farming here. Not worry about too much harassment. Still no Blink Dagger on the center. Very, very close though. 300 gold off.
Dial's bottom tower is being attacked.
Genie's still up top, trying to find what he can. Haven't seen much rotation from him either. Kind of just finding what he can and then retreating. Running for his life usually from Static Link. 485 has been doing some great work on this Enigma. Some kind of like some solo kills with the Black Holes. Nothing too team fighty just yet, but definitely finding the pickups he needs. So we're going to see Mech very, very soon. Mech is almost there, about 900 gold off for Genie. If they're going to help out in these team fights, especially against the Black Hole and all the area of effect damage we have, or Monkey Spanner. And a Blink Dagger on the TA now as well. So Monkey Spanner finding the farm they need to really go into this mid game, really start ganking a lot more, especially shutting down this Naga. Obviously, their name of the game right now is to shut down this Naga, stop her from getting that Radiance as fast as possible. From there, they can really take these easy, a lot easier engagements. Haven't seen Song of the Siren yet either. Definitely a great way to initiate or to escape. Can even help out against Black Holes. Have to wait and see exactly how that's going to go down. Obviously, they're going to try and jump on that Naga before these fights even begin to stop that from ever happening. And now Enigma has a Blink Dagger. So everyone kind of getting their Blink Daggers online. Everyone's kind of getting in position here. And it looks like they might be actually going for Genie and the Bristleback. And here we go. Trap goes down, but there is Art nearby. Can do a defensive fissure. Looks like they see that and decide to back off. Probably smartly done. I don't think they can really engage on an Earthshaker as well. At the same time, Prodoak in mid taking down tier 1. And we saw Gamja go down at bottom. Mystic caught the tail end of that. Shadow Shaman going down. Going to be very hard for him to survive. It looks like the tier 1 top goes down as well. Genie has to be very careful here. Luckily, there's not really anyone behind the TA to really do much damage. Karn looks like he might be rotating to the jungle here, looking for something. He's going to have a hard time. Looks like he's kind of giving up on this lane at this point. 5 kills to 2 now. Monkey Spanner ahead. Kind of really getting map control. We see Mech online for Razor now. So, Tenberg really finding his farm he needs. Great team fight. Is pretty much online for Monkey Spanner. They can really fight anyone at this point. Bristleback has his mechanism as well. Both getting a lot of healing on early on, but I mean, you have Abaddon as well. His heal, his amphotic shield, it just gives so much more survivability as well as damage. So it's going to be very hard. See Mirana will go down. Kind of scares off Monkey Spanner at this part. At this time, they don't know exactly where everyone else is. No real sentries on the map either. So playing it defensively, and at the same time, Gamja dropping the Mass Serpent wards in mid, taking down the tier 1. Very nicely done. Great fissure from Art. Not really following it up though, kind of more of a defensive one, stopping this push from happening. But we do see the rotation down from Enigma, 4-8-5. Has it online now, has Blink Dagger, can look for something amazing here. And look for that double black hole. Everyone rotating down bot. Looks like they want to get this tier 1 down. And Muhan going to stick around, or are they going to get out of here? ProDoac split pushing the top as well, forcing a TB out for the TA. But here we go. Monkey Spanner blinks in. Genie in huge trouble here, but a great black hole. Oh my god, 3 people are in the black hole. So much damage going down. Can they kill anyone? They haven't yet. Art, so low. Plasma Field gets him. Plasma Field gets 2. Bushel back down as well. Karn in so much trouble, TPing out. Can they stop him? I don't think they can. Oh, gets out just in time. And this is a guaranteed tier 1 tower bottom for Monkey Spanner. A great initiation there. Great black hole, getting all 3 members. Getting 2 kills, not getting Karn to carry, but still taking down their offlane and support. Anything they can get, 7 kills to 2. Monkey Spanner getting further and further ahead, taking map control. This is the experience that Monkey Spanner has. Muhan has some great experience in the past, but they just haven't been performing well in these last 2 seasons. And looks like we see some pushing on the tier 1 top. TP comes in, TA backs off. And we see Monkey Spanner in the jungle of Muhan looking for more. They find an illusion of ProDoac, but nothing more. Looks like they might be trying to go for Roshan at this point. They feel like they're in so much control at this point. A Timbird, Nace, gonna try and take him down while the others distract. Karn being very careful here, Amphotic Shell, plus Blink, really scaring him off. Shield just does so much damage. I mean, at this point, it is level 4, so it is doing a lot of damage. It can absorb a lot of hits. ProDoac finally has that Sacred Relic. Not too far away the Radiance, which can very well change this game. We have seen games completely turn around from a Radiance, but down goes Roshan. TA picks up the Aegis. So even more of a lead for Monkey Spanner. Great gold advantage here. It's looking harder and harder for Muhan to kind of come back into this, but maybe, just maybe, they can make something happen with this Radiance. Obviously, Radiance is good because the illusions get Radiance. They can split farm, split push. Gives them a lot more map control, a lot more ability to farm a lot more. So after the Radiance comes online, the Naga kind of snowballs a lot faster into the items she needs in the late game. From there, like, it can definitely turn games around. So long as they don't lose any racks before that happens, so long as the Naga gets enough space and time to really get that farm that she needs, it can make all the difference. But with all these towers going down and constantly Monkey Spanner pressuring again and again, we see once again a tier 2 this time being pushed in mid. We do see Storm there. Oh, Nace takes a fissure, kind of a defensive fissure once again. It's like everyone's in position to kind of jump in on Karn especially, get that black hole down, get the plasma field, get all the damage that Monkey Spanner have. They have so much damage, so much kill potential. They can burst just about anyone down in this lineup at this time. And I mean, when you've got Abaddon as well, you have so much survivability during these fights, so people can go YOLO. We can see the Centaur just blink in, stomp, double edge, get Amphotic Shield, get healed, get mech'd. There is so much potential here. Oh, we see another defensive fissure onto Nace. Nace will go going down as well. A lot of defensive play, but no real committal here. Amphotic Shell triggers, and this tower is going down. Nothing can really be done about it. Karn has to be so careful. Oh, he leaps the wrong way. Plasma field, some damage happens. Not too much, though. Gets away safely. You've got to be very careful. At the very least, ProDoac is finding some farm while this is all happening. Push to the tier 1 bottom, as well as creeping the jungle. He's finding what he can, but I mean, Monkey Spanner are not stopping. They're taking full advantage of this reason, and they are pushing the tier 2 top as well. So they are on kind of a complete control here. They've identified exactly what's going on, but Mirana ult goes down. Looks like they might be finding that initiation on Timbird. He's got to be so careful. He doesn't realize what's happening yet. Pings go down. They change their mind. They are too timid at this point. Oh, Plasma Field doing some more damage. They saw the TA and decided to back off. And I think that's very, very smartly done because the Enigma still has Black Hole online, still has that Blink online. And if they're not initiating on top of the Enigma, I don't see how they're going to take this fight very well. But they're going to chase him down now. We got Radiance finally in line for the Naga. Doing a little bit of damage with that Radiance Aura. But, dodging that arrow. It's going to be a little bit harder now for Monkey Spanner to kind of find that pushing power. To kind of find the... Not as comfortable for when they push these towers. Because of that Radiance, because of the mirror image, just doing so much damage over time. But still, this is only the first step for ProDoc. He has to farm. Now that he has the Radiance, he can split push a lot better. But I mean, they're knocking on the tier 3 door already. They're so confident at this point. Oh, Tembo taking a huge arrow though. Shield goes down on him. Defensive fissure goes down on Lana. So from there, sorry, Nace. So from there, I mean, not much else has happened. They're still in pretty healthy. They can keep pushing. There just isn't enough damage, isn't enough threat there for them to really pull back. ProDoc might need to step up here. Maybe initiate Song of the Siren, or maybe even trigger a... Oh! Actually, a huge arrow onto the Enigma. This gives them an opportunity to do some damage. They do some damage, especially to Abaddon and to Nace. Makes them pull back again, but they have so much sustainability with that mech, with Abaddon, that they can just continually push until someone dies or they finally get the team fight they need. And they're not afraid. And we see Aghanim Scepter also on Razor, which is going to give them so much more pushing power, so much more damage to buildings especially. As you can see now, it is doing damage to the tower as well as everyone else. And we see the blink in, and it's huge! Stomp into double edge, but Song of the Siren goes down, keeps someone alive. And from here, how are they going to fight this now? Black Hole still hasn't been triggered. They're going to lose this tier 3 for free. We see Genie kind of getting in there. He's got to be so careful though. He cannot fight this 1v5. Doing some harassment. Double edge goes down. Static Link giving Tembo even more damage. Another great arrow onto the Enigma. They're getting the arrows into the Enigma, but they can't find a follow-up. He's almost gone down from the fissure as well. And Photic Shield goes down onto the Enigma. Oh, we see that onto Tembo. Tembo goes down. Very nice turnaround from Muhan. And they're going to retreat. Finally, they retreat. But they did get the tier 3. They did get that gold advantage that they wanted. They wanted to push the tower at least a little bit, and they got it. For one member, for the Razor, I mean, it is the carry. You don't want to really lose the Razor, but if that's all you lost for a tower, I think it's worth it. Considering there's going to be simply no follow-up from Team Muhan. They cannot be pushing. All the lanes are kind of pushed in their direction, so they cannot really find a tower kill at this point. And we see Nace on the map still, but so low. Does have the Aegis though, so can afford to die. Though it is being reclaimed in 30 seconds. So you're going to be very careful not to lose not to die too early on. Not to die after those 30 seconds. Might have to retreat and get healed up. Oh, huge arrow onto 485. But recovers well. When you have Emphatic Shield next to you, I mean, you aren't too afraid. Definitely can take some damage. And Nace with the haste rune looking for someone. Lana rotating mid as well. Looks like they might be trying to push the tier 3 mid as well. Aegis has been reclaimed at this point. We'll have to wait and see how they're going to go for it. Karn really out of position now. He is farming deep in the jungle. And I mean, we already have 2 players in position. We see, oh, leap. Oh, but Karn is caught. Karn gets stomped. Oh, so much damage. There is simply no way he's escaping here. And Karn gets picked off for free, and this is a horrible situation. Muhan did not need this to happen. We see ProDoc also caught out, trying to take down Nace. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Art, great fissure there, also helping out. Tenbird, it's like you might want to try and push anyway. After losing the TA though, you do lose a lot of damage in your lineup. I don't know if they have enough to really burst down that Naga now. It's like they might try anyway. 30 seconds left on the TA. But here we go, pushing down top again. They want to get that Rax. Some great mirror image damage going on there from the Radiance. Really slows down the creeps as well. Already at half health, it's going to be a lot easier to kind of wipe out. Give that backdoor protection. See D-warding from Tenbird as well with the sentry. Very nice, giving them a lot of space. A lot of map control there. They don't simply know who is up there. Doing some blind arrows. Finds a creep though, unfortunately. But we did see some great arrows from Khan in the previous encounter. Hitting the Enigma nearly every single time. See some Eidolons also doing some damage. And Genie has to be kind of careful, doing a little bit of harassment there with Nasal Goo. But I don't really think he has the damage, especially now that Static Link is hit, to really follow up. We see Amphotic Shield go down, and the damage is happening. How are they going to engage this? Genie, they simply don't know how to engage. Song of the Siren goes on. It's going to give them a great position. Mass Serpent Ward as well. But the tower goes, the barracks goes down already. Echo Slam, huge damage going down. Tenbird is so close to death. Oh, but Karn goes down. Gamja shackles him. But what else is there? Hoof Stomp, Double Edge. Gamja goes down as well. Nasal Goo onto Lana. What can Lana do? Nothing. Falls finally. From here, looks like we might see a retreat, but they did get a Rax. Nace, can he get out in time? Yes, he can. Pro Doak cannot follow up from here. Pro Doak, while this is all happening, hasn't really found much farm. Finally see a BKB online for the Enigma 2. 4885, doing a lot of work. Didn't see the black hole that fight though. Something they could have definitely used, but just I guess they just didn't really find the space to do it in. So 11-7 now. Monkey Spanner in the lead. Though did lose a few members that fight. But at the same time, Muhan has lost one of their Raxes up top. Granted, it was a range Rax, so it's not the end of the world. They can still deal with this lane pretty easily. But they're going to have to be very careful as well. Looks like we see a rotation down bottom. Looks like they want to start putting pressure onto this Pro Doak. They got to stop this Naga from free farming. They're rotating down. Looks like they're finding him. They know exactly where he is. We see a smoke. But looks like they're going to rotate mid instead. Genie, mid. On the Bristleback. Oh, they catch him. Oh, so much damage going down. Everyone blinks in. There's simply nothing you can do from Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, as well as the TA doing damage. And that one's for free. And they cannot be dropping members for free at this point. You see a TP up top as well. So they're going to be harassing Karn. Karn loses half his health. Oh, 2 more shots from the TA. And that's all it takes. Karn just is not tanky whatsoever. He just took so much damage so quickly, and not even his ulti could get him out. Not even Moonlight Shadow can do enough for Karn at this point. And he was just simply too deep. He cannot be that deep. It's just simply, you cannot afford to lose carries at this point in the game, especially when your Rax is being pushed. Your top Rax. You've already lost the range Rax. From here, I mean, it is such a hard position to be in. You cannot be taking chances like that. It might be necessary. I mean, Mass Serpent World goes down at the melee Rax. They don't want to let it go. They can just wait this one out. Maybe push mid. Maybe even look for the Naga, who is currently pushing mid. This would be a bad position for him. Looks like he TP's out there. Does actually have boots of travel, so he can get around the map, can escape quite easily. Gives him a lot of potential to push the map as well. Something he desperately needs. And we do see, looks like we see a Yasha on her as well. So he's finding some farm, finding a little bit of damage, some mobility as well. Something she definitely needs in this lineup. And looks like we're going to see a Roshan once again. Do they know it's coming though? By the reaction of the team, they have no idea. They're simply using this as a means to kind of like farm the map, push as far as they can, get as much farm as they can while this goes down, which is probably a good idea. It's going to be so hard for them to find. Oh, Karn looking for the last hit, taking so much damage, gets a deny. Lana and Karn from here is in a lot of trouble. Will get out before the stomp goes down again though. Quite a lengthy cooldown. But also, I mean, Double Edge could have also killed him. So very, very narrow escape there. Doesn't get anything for his trouble either with the deny on that tower. Razor, a lot of HP items as well. Definitely finding a lot of farm, Tenbird. Next question is, what exactly is he going to go into? Could go into like a Heart of Tarask. Would give him a lot of HP. Definitely a lot of tankiness on him already with Mechanism. Definitely can survive most of these fights for sure. DD Rune up top. Lana spots it. That would help out the Razor as well, or the TA especially. Nace. Could very well go for that. It looks like it's going to be on Lana. It looks like they're going to hunt for Karn once again. Has he been spotted out already? Pings go down. In mid, looks like they might be gearing up to oh, Pro Doak has been caught out from Lana. Song of the Siren triggered already. You do not want to be triggering at this point. You have to oh no. Trap goes down as well. Pro Doak might actually have nowhere to go from here. Simply no escape. No mana. Oh, goes down for free. Lana, great pick there. Great finding him and stunning him while Boots of Travel was being cast. And this is definitely going to guarantee a Rax there. Oh, but a buyback. Buyback already before they even reach the Rax. So definitely a necessity at this point. They cannot really let this Rax go. And I mean, the greatest way to kind of scare them off is to have that buyback. Naga also can do a lot in these team fights, obviously, with that Radiance. And while this is all happening, Karn has been top pushing the Tier 2 up top. Gonna have to come home very, very quickly, though. Does have a TP on him, so he can get home when he needs to. Gets the tower as well. It's very nicely done for Karn. Finding the space he needs with the with Pro Doak going down. Moonlight's Shadow is cast. Maybe trying to scare off Monkey Spanner at least a little bit. But it looks like this oh, the Naga, the Enigma gets picked again. Is he going to go down? And, oh, Emphatic Shield goes down on him. Looks like he'll survive. It looks like Art will pay for his trouble with death. Oh, but Tembo goes down as well. So much damage going down, especially from those Mass Serpent Wards. And looks like we're seeing Genie follow up on the Enigma. They really want to deal with him, but he has simply gone too far at this point. He's going to go down for free. It's 1v4. But Abaddon goes down as well for his troubles. So he gets someone, but I mean, he's still got so much to deal with. You got a Centaur. You got an Abaddon. You got a TA. But, oh, Nace. A little bit of miscommunication there. Does have the Aegis, though. Will Lana look for the engagement here. Nace does so much damage. We saw him 3-shot Khan in the last engagement they had. Looks like they're going to retreat for now, though. They've done enough work. Kind of an even engagement that time. They didn't get a tower. They didn't get the Rax, but they did get some kills. Obviously, the biggest, probably the biggest point of that fight, or before that fight, was Pro Doak going down and forcing to buy back. You never want to do that on the Naga Siren at this point in the game. You have so much work to do. You have so much farming to do. You are the sole reason. You're the hero that has to make the comeback. Without the Naga, they simply have no chance at this point. 18-9. Plus, every tower has gone down except for the Tier 3s. Well, one Tier 3 has gone down already. You can see Nace looks like he wants to engage in Pro Doak. Dealing with the mirror images there. Oh, Stampede there. Looks like they want to look for it. Oh, Pro Doak in a bit of trouble. Doesn't get caught by the Enigma there. Definitely could have seen a Malphus there. It looks like Tempered is going to try and finally go for this melee Rax here. Finally pushing it. Defensive fissure once again. Gumja. So trying to harass him. Same with Genie. He's got Blade Mail now, so they've got to be a little bit more careful when they engage in him. Has worn off now, though. They've got to be so careful. Gumja going down. Black Hole gets interrupted by Karn. It's like Karn wants to take him down. Got to be so careful. This Mass Serpent Ward's still in the middle of the fight here. But still, Karn goes down. Simply nothing they can do. Tembo, very, very low. Is this enough damage for them to finally take down this melee Rax? Doesn't look like it. Pro Doak trying to take down Tembo. Great fissure locking him in. Tembo in huge trouble now. Oh, heal from Abaddon. Emphatic Shield from Abaddon. Lana also trying to protect Tembo. Everyone kind of getting in position here. Hiding from these Mass Serpent Wards. Looking to do the final amount of damage onto this melee Rax. Blinking from Lana. But Art blinks in at the same time. Takes down Abaddon. Art doing so much damage. Has so much HP. Lana has to be so careful. Tembo also has to be careful here. With no mana whatsoever. A nice double edge. Seals the deal. It looks like from this point they're going to push the middle Rax. Tier 3 tower has gone down. So easy damage. Nace doing so much damage. But they are afraid of Pro Doak as well as the Bristle. So they're going to get out. A much, much better engagement that time and securing the Rax. Things are looking harder and harder for Team Muhan. They still have the Naga. There is still hope. There is always hope when you have a Naga. But when the Naga is so busy defending their Raxes, not getting any farm, it's another problem. And there's Heart of Tarask onto the Razor finally. So it became even more tankier at this point. Looks like we also saw Gamja pick up a Blink Dagger, which is going to help out a little bit. If he needs to get that Shackle, if he needs to get that Hex, or the Ether Shock, I mean. Going to help out with initiations for sure. And we also see Manter online for the Naga, so a very, very important item as well. Definitely going to help out, give even more mirror images, so a lot more damage in these fights. Something they really need at this point. Their team fighting has not been the best so far. They've just not been able to find these team fights they need. And when you're up against a Black Hole, a well-fed TA who has a Desolator, Yasher, Black King Bar, and Blink Dagger, I mean, you're having a rough time. It is so much burst potential there. You can really take down anyone. Then you got the survivability from Abaddon. You got Stampede, Blinks, Hoof Stomp, Double Edge from the Centaur. There is so much burst damage in this lineup, especially because they all have Blink Daggers. A nice arrow onto Nace there, but simply no follow-up. There's simply nothing they can do. No matter how good these follow-ups are, how good these arrows are. And here we go! Karn in huge trouble already. A great blink from the TA, doing so much work already. Gumjo in huge trouble as well, goes down. Nace looking for Pro Doak now. Lana also. They find the stomp. No, they don't. But here we go. The Racks taking so much damage at this point. There is simply nothing that Muhan can do. They're sending in some mirror images. But I mean, there's so much damage with this TA especially. Tenbird also doing great damage to the buildings. And down goes middle Racks. Oh, a huge blink in from Art. Great Echo Slam. Goes down for his trouble though. Everyone's still alive. A great Black Hole. Pro Doak in so much trouble. Can he get away now? He's so tanky. But everyone is on him. And a great double edge from Lana to finish him off. Now, what do they do? What does Muhan do? Everyone important's dead except Karn. What can Karn do at this point? He's looking for the arrow. If he gets a good arrow, he might be able to take someone down. But besides that, he can simply go nowhere near this lineup. There's so much Blink Dagger potential. And Karn already leaps away from here. The last Racks may go down, and there's GG! Monkey Spanner takes the game. Very, very well played. Muhan just simply doesn't have the answer. And I mean, that Naga just didn't have enough space, and they couldn't hold on to their towers for long enough. So very, very solid play from Monkey Spanner, giving them the first win of the season, actually, and giving Muhan their first loss. So there goes our Tier 2 match for today, guys. And Karn from Muhan will be joining me after the break for the rest of the cast today. He'll be adding a lot more analysis, obviously, which is going to be absolutely great. I'm very excited to talk to him about these